Hi, I'm going to go through a really simple exercise, maybe often overlooked, which is just really important for any rehab from foot, ankle, knee, hip injuries, and actually stuff further up the chain as well. It's about balancing on one leg, single leg stand. So shifting your weight onto one leg and picking the other foot up off the floor. Because this is something that we do functionally all day long. Every time we walk, we go from 2 feet to 1 foot, to 2 feet to 1 foot. Whenever we run, we hop from 1 foot to the other foot. So spending time on one leg and being able to control what's happening on the one leg when we take ourselves out of this more stable position and into this place where we're kind of less than half as stable, really, or we've got less than half the support because we suddenly have all of our body weight over on 1 foot and we have to shift and kind of engage on different sides of the body differently in order to keep ourselves balanced on 1 foot. So this single leg stand exercise is such an important thing actually for everybody to do, to help with strength through the hips, strength through kind of all the support in the leg, but also with our proprioception, which is our sense of body position, joint awareness, and that kind of feedback that goes into our central nervous system to mix with our vestibular system in our inner ear and our visual system to give us our sense of balance. So as a test, what you can do is go from standing on 2 feet to picking 1 foot up and just standing on 1 foot and see what happens. Can you maintain it? Kind of notice what happens at your foot. Is it wobbling side to side lots? Is it staying quite rock steady? What happens at the knee? Is the knee able to stay straight or is it kind of bending? What happens up at the hip? So this will probably coincide with stuff going on at the foot, in that the hip will likely slightly drop down like this, and also potentially slightly turn in. So you get this turning in of the knee, and that's if the glutes on that side are not switching on as much as they could do. And when that happens, you can have this kind of rolling in at the foot and the ankle. Okay, so it's just becoming aware of those things, and then bringing this into your day-to-day routine, so that whenever you have a minute spare, you just come onto one leg. And you, first of all, take note of your foot position, lift and spread your toes. If you can, be doing all of this barefoot, and that will give you so much more. So lift and spread your toes, get your foot as wide as possible to give yourself the best chance of support from underneath. Pressing down a little bit through the base of the big toe to try and gently draw up through the arch. Drawing up through the front of the knee, but not so much that your knee is locking backwards, especially if you have hypermobile joints. If when you straighten your knee tends to bend kind of backwards almost a little bit, and that tells us that your connective tissue is a bit more stretchy and you've got more give. So when you're standing on one leg, you need to find the position where the knee is straight rather than it being locked backwards. So doing this in front of a mirror can also be quite helpful. Okay, so standing, 1 foot, lift, spread your toes, lift the other foot, draw up from the arch, up through the front of the leg. Take note of the position of the pelvis, try and keep the opposite side of the pelvis just not really lifted or kind of hitched up, but try and keep it level with this side that you're standing on. And notice if it does want to really drop down. So trying to just keep it level. And then holding this 10, 15 seconds or so at a time, if you can, as long as you can, and then placing the foot back down again. So doing it while you brush your teeth is a really great kind of part of your daily routine that you can bring in. So that's that for this video. If you want to see any more, you can check out my other videos where I might look at some other single leg activities. All right.